Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for a really quick presentation about the Alfond Grant and really the important role that you all as healthcare professionals play in sharing information about the Alfond Grant with new moms. My name is Kate Levier. I'm the Director of Partnerships and Programs with the Alfond Scholarship Foundation. And I do just want to let you know, by viewing this quick training, you are entered to win a $50 Amazon gift card. There'll be a keyword at the end that you need to enter onto the page in order, again, to be entered for the drawing. So we are going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to share just a little bit of background information about the Alfond Grant, and then again, talk about ways that you all at Maine Med can share information with families. So Mr. Alfond, Harold Alfond, is the reason why we're here talking about the Alfond Grant. He believed that all children deserve the opportunity to achieve higher education. He did not want cost to be one of the biggest barriers for families, and he knew that by creating this legacy gift of $500 to be a great start to help families prepare for higher education at the very start of their child's life. We are unbelievably lucky in Maine that we have this legacy that has been left behind. So the Alfond Grant is a very, very simple model. Every baby born a Maine resident since January 1st, 2013, automatically has a $500 Alfond Grant invested on their behalf by ASF for future higher education expenses. The $500 Alfond Grant was available on a more limited basis from 2008 to 2012, and a family actually had to open up a next-gen account before the child turned 1 to receive the $500. That 1-year next-gen account opening stipulation has since gone away. And again, any child born a Maine resident starting January 1st, 2013 automatically has the $500. That is great. There's over $77 million that's been invested by ASF for more than 154,000 Maine children. Not everyone, though, may be aware of their child's Alfond Grant because it does happen automatically. So that's where you all really play a key critical role in being sure to share that information. So how does the grant work? It's invested by ASF for all eligible Maine babies so it can grow with a child. It can be used for education after high school, so that's college, university, trade schools, certificate programs. It can be used in and out of Maine. And if families want to make their own contributions, they do have to open their own college savings account. Just a few other things to know. These likely won't come up in any conversation, but they're good to know. Is that funds can be used to pay for big ticket items like tuition, room and board, books and supplies, and oftentimes even computers. Any Alfond Grant recipient has until they turn 28 to use their Alfond Grant. If it is not used by age 28, then it does come back to ASF to be used for future Alfond Grant recipients. And currently, the Alfond Grant does not count as an asset for those individuals who receive any sort of means-tested benefits. And if a child is born out of state, if the parents are Maine residents, the child has an Alfond Grant. Also really important is that if the parents are not U.S. citizens and the child is born in Maine, that child does have an Alfond Grant. So what impact can the Alfond Grant make, and why is it so important for families to know about this? The most important thing is that the Alfond Grant offers this message of hope, that someone believes in my child, enough to invest money for their future. It provides some real practical and aspirational benefits that can lead to positive outcomes for Maine's families. We know many of the jobs in the future will require some sort of education or training after high school. And there's some research out there that shows that a child with a college savings account in their name, even if the account only has a few $100s in it, they're 3 times more likely to go to college and 4 times more likely to complete. So the Alfond Grant and sharing the message about it really helps to spread a message of hope to Maine families. So a role for you as a hospital champion, we like to really call all of our partners champions. You play a critical role, and you've been critical partners from the very, very beginning of this program. So thank you for all that you do. You all are often the first place that many families hear about the $500 Alfond Grant. It's something that is either included in information or discharge information after a mom has recently had a baby. And so again, you're often the first place these families hear about it. The single biggest thing that you can do is encourage families to complete their contact information before they leave the hospital. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. But this is really important because it helps us to communicate with families so that they know that their child has an Alfond Grant. We can share the value of their grant over time. And then we also have many tools and resources for families. And we want to be sure that we have good contact info to share those resources with the families. So some of the best practices. Maine Med shares information about the Alfond Grant with families in their information packets. These packets include a congratulations card and a contact card, which you can see on the screen here. That contact card does have a QR code on it, so families can complete their contact information online. I know that might be easier for some families. QR codes are also posted in mom baby rooms on the Alfond Grant info sheet that is pictured here as well. I would just say, please encourage families to scan that code, complete their contact info before they're discharged. It is included in the discharge checklist on the whiteboard in each room. But again, just something to remind families to do. If families do prefer, they can complete the contact card by hand prior to discharge. These contact cards are pre-addressed. They don't require postage. They can be mailed directly from the hospital. We've tried to make it really easy for families to complete this information. And then we do have the information sheet that you see here. We do have that available in a number of different languages: French, Swahili, Somali, Arabic, Spanish, and Portuguese. And those can be found on our website, or we're also always happy to send copies of those over. So I'd just like to end with this one because we so believe really the belief of the organization is that every child deserves a success story. So that's why sharing this information is so critical. And no one does it alone. We're here to help. And our contact information is there. If you have any questions or you'd like materials, you can email us at info@myalfondgrant.org. And I'm going to say too, the code to enter to win is actually Noble, which you can see right here on this cute little Maine cheerleader. So if you enter that in the box, that will put you in the drawing to win a $50 Amazon gift card. So thank you again. We tried to keep this as brief as possible. We really appreciate you all and all the work that you do.